The dream is real. He's on the line. He's number 43, Nazem Kadri. Last night, I called Kraft so we can get him a sponsorship because the cheddar was ridiculous. Dude, did you bring toast? Because that was grilled cheese that you put up there.
Yeah, man, I just figured I had to get it upstairs, you know?
Okay, so you're heading towards the net. Give me the thought process before you take that. First of all, the toe drag is preposterous, but give me the thought process as you're moving towards the net. Do you think, or is it total muscle reflex?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it was just a good play by Winnie to get the puck out, and it was just a kind of mini 2-on-1, and I figured the defenseman was going to slide or something like that. So I wanted to pass it, but just ended up dragging it around him and trying to pick the far side.
At 43_Kadri on Twitter, you talk about Winnie, Dan Winnick. The line that you are on right now with Winnick and Santorelli, you guys have played incredibly well together. You've gelled quickly, and in your last 11 games, you got 11 points. And earlier in the season, you weren't. I know that you were frustrated that you weren't scoring, but you were doing all the right things and playing hard on both sides of the puck. This season compared to last, your development as a guy playing well on both sides of the puck, how have you changed your game this year, and how has playing with those two guys changed your game?
Yeah, it's just a sense of reliability. I mean, they're good players. They're smart players. So, it's just the trust factor being there and having that chemistry to know that if you want to jump into the rush, that someone's going to be behind you to back you up. So I think that's really going for all four lines right now, and we just got to stay consistent throughout the whole year.
Nazem Kadri's our guest, Sportsnet 590, The Fan, and Sportsnet 360. And Naz, so you talk about playing with those guys and having guys that'll back you up and down this Maple Leaf lineup compared to previous seasons you've been here. It seems like a much more cohesive team in the last 12, 13 games, of course, since Nashville. You guys didn't duck after Nashville. You took responsibility, and you did what great teams do. You rose to the challenge. How confident are you guys moving forward, and what's the confidence level like? Tomorrow night in Carolina, that's one of those games you got to be careful. One of the worst teams in the league, and you don't want to have a letdown.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it is, just being able to tighten everything up, and no matter who we're playing, for us to play the same way, we're not going to change our identity from game to game, and it's just a matter of bringing what we can bring.
And as a guy that earlier in your career, people talked about your offensive abilities. I've noticed in the last bunch of games, your defensive game, your back checking, stealing the puck, things that I have not noticed, consistently from you. I'm noticing them all the time now. You are doing all those things that really good NHL centers do. And when you're in game and you're playing against all the top lines. And listen, Chris Johnson from Sportsnet says you've been the best Leaf player this entire season, which is a great compliment. But again, is it maturity? Is it being in the league longer? Is it just having different teammates, or is it a bunch of those factors?
It's a little bit of everything, to be honest. I mean, it's obviously the maturity of my game has gotten better, and just being able to play against some of those players for a while, just being able to know their tendencies and just kind of figuring it out as long as I go. So, like I said, it's just the main word is just being consistent. That's exactly what I'm trying to be.
All right, I know you got to catch a flight. Last question: you beat the LA Kings, you beat the Anaheim Ducks, two heavy teams. The previous Stanley Cup winner and a team that may go to the Stanley Cup this year. How important is it for you and for the team to rise to the occasion against these teams, and knowing that you can pretty much beat any team in the NHL if you play, quote unquote, as Stefan Robidas says, the right way?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about, just having that confidence to go up against those best teams and just knowing that we can play with them. So obviously a huge confidence builder, but we got to continue to make strides and grow as a team.
Naz, thanks for doing this. Safe flight to Carolina, and good luck tomorrow night.
All right, thanks, pal. See you later.